My beloved child, there are seasons when silence seems to blanket every direction, when it feels as though I have turned my face away, when your prayers seem to vanish into the void and nothing appears to move between heaven and earth. Yet it is in those very moments of stillness that heaven is working most deeply. I have not withdrawn. I am working beneath the surface where human eyes cannot see and only faith can reach. You think you have been forgotten, but in truth, you are being hidden, healed, refined, and prepared for something far greater than you can yet comprehend. For there are blessings that can only take root in the darkness of waiting, and there are anointings that can only be formed through silence and trial. In this sacred quiet, I am shaping your soul, preparing it for a divine season of transformation, one where I will not only restore what was lost, but also reveal what has never been seen before. This moment is a holy threshold where the heavens are shifting, and what was once hidden in the darkness of preparation is beginning to emerge into the light of commissioning. You have come through a long season of testing, not to destroy you, but to form you. I have allowed the fire of trial to touch you, not to consume you, but to refine you like gold in the flame. Every tear you have shed, every whispered prayer, every sleepless night without an answer has been a stone I have used to build the foundation for the calling I now entrust to you. My child, do you know this? During the time you were hidden, I was at work. When you thought every door had closed, I was opening doors invisible to the human eye. When you felt forgotten, I was engraving your name upon the palms of my hands. When you believed your spiritual dreams had died, I was planting new life within the seed of your destiny. For everything in my kingdom moves according to its appointed time. The season of testing was not an ending, but the doorway into a new season, a season of sending. You have walked through the wilderness, through places unseen, where only you and I dwelled together. That place was not isolation, but divine concealment. I hid you not because you were unworthy, but because you were being prepared. Just as a seed must remain buried before it breaks through the soil, so too have you been hidden in the depths of refining, so that the roots of your faith could anchor firmly in the soil of my promise. When others saw silence, I saw growth. When others thought you had stopped, I saw you being prepared to soar. Everything I do has purpose. Nothing is ever random. Now, my beloved child, I speak to you. The time has come to step out. This is no longer the season of waiting, but the season of sending. You have been chosen not merely to live quietly, but to become a witness of light in this generation that has lost its way. You were not saved to rest in comfort, but to carry the good news to those crying out from the darkness. Everything you have endured has a purpose, not for you to keep to yourself, but so you might use your story to lift others. For I did not raise you only to stand. I raised you so that you could help others rise. You once thought you were too small, too fragile to be used, but remember this: I do not choose the strong, I make the weak strong. I do not seek the perfect, I seek the willing. Your surrender is the key that opens the gates of my kingdom. When you release your need to control, you will see miracles unfold. When you say, Lord, your will be done, heaven moves in alignment with your words. In this season, I am not calling you to walk by emotion, but by faith. Faith is not believing after you see, it is believing even when sight is absent. Faith is taking one step forward when there is light only for that step, yet still trusting, because you know my hand is holding yours. When you obey, great things will happen, not because of your strength, but because you belong to me. My child, I am not sending you alone, I am going with you. When you speak, I will place my words in your mouth. When you act, I will move through your hands. When you pray, I will hear and answer. The world is crying out for those who will stand, not to shine for themselves, but to reflect my glory. You are part of the eternal current of my divine plan, a flow that has moved through generations, from Abraham to Moses, from David to Jesus, and now to you. I have chosen you to continue the sacred story I am writing among humanity. You are the next chapter in the great song of faith, a bearer of the torch of light that generations before you have carried with blood, tears, and prayer. My child, can you feel it? Something is stirring within your soul, a new breath, an irresistible stirring from heaven. It is my voice calling you awake, summoning you out of hiding, out of fear, out of doubt. I am saying to you, do not hide any longer. Step out. Let me reveal my glory through you. For it is in your weakness that my power is made perfect. When you are sent, do not seek recognition from men, for your true reward is not of this world. Do everything as unto me. Do not let praise or criticism move you, for your purpose is not to be admired, but to fulfill my will. You may be misunderstood, rejected, even wounded, but remember, I was rejected before you. When you suffer for my name, you share in my glory. My child, when I send you, I do not promise that you will never face hardship, but I do promise that you will never walk alone. When you are weary, I will uphold you. When you are discouraged, I will strengthen you. When you have no words left to speak, I will speak through you. When you lose direction, I will illuminate your path. Walk forward, for I am the one who leads you. Speak, for I am the voice within your mouth. Act, for I am the power in your hands. You are not just a small individual lost in a sea of people. You are part of the great design I am unfolding through generations. I have placed you in the right moment, the right place, and the right circumstances, neither too soon nor too late. You are the bridge between what I have done and what I am about to do. You are the bearer of good news to those in despair, the lamp that shines for souls wandering in the dark. Never doubt your value in the kingdom, for if you do not move forward, a part of my plan will be delayed. My beloved, I have not called you merely to serve, but to walk in communion with me. Every act of your obedience is a thread woven into the eternal tapestry of divine purpose. Every word you speak in faith is an echo that resounds in heaven. Every soul touched through you becomes an everlasting reward in my kingdom. But my child, do not let the calling make you forget the source of your strength. Always remember that power comes from me, not from you. When you walk in success, bow in gratitude. When you witness miracles, remember that it is my hand at work. When others honor you, return the glory to me. For it is through humility that you are exalted, and through surrender that you find true freedom. Do not fear when I expand your borders, for I will never send you where my presence does not go before you. Do not worry when I entrust you with great responsibility, for I myself will give you the strength to fulfill it. Keep your faith steady, your eyes lifted, and your soul at peace. For you are not simply walking on a path, you are flowing in the current of an eternal plan. My beloved, remember that what I have begun in you, I will bring to completion. Do not look back at what is past, for it is gone. Do not worry about what is to come, for it is in my hands. Live fully in the present where I am speaking and moving. Each day I am writing another line in the sacred story where you are the main character. Stand firm, my chosen one. Trust, surrender, and go forth. For the season of sending has come, and heaven is waiting for your answer, a single yes. When you step out in faith, you will see waters part, doors open, and my glory revealed through your life. I walk with you from your smallest beginnings to the fulfillment of your mission. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the one who called you, and the one who will complete what I began. Be strong, my beloved, for the sacred story I am writing through your life will not only touch a generation, but will ripple through eternity. My child, understand that no trial enters your life without purpose. Every wind, every flame, every tear is permitted within the bounds of my love. I do not test you to break you, but to strengthen the part of you that has yet to be revealed until it meets the fire. Just as gold becomes pure only when it is refined, so your soul reveals its true worth when it passes through trials. In that fire, the impure things, pride, doubt, fear, and dependency will melt away, leaving only what is eternal, unwavering faith, deep humility, and pure love for me. I do not seek perfection in you, but a faithful heart, one that obeys in pain, stands firm in storms, and trusts even when it cannot see. Trials are not meant to destroy you, but to define you, to help you discover who you are in me and who I am in you. There are seasons in the spiritual journey when everything around you falls silent. Heaven seems closed. Your prayers feel like they cannot rise beyond the ceiling, and each morning you wonder if I still hear your voice. But even that silence is part of the testing. You will come to see that trials do not only come through silence, but also through loss, misunderstanding, and doors that slam shut. You will feel as though you have been excluded from familiar places, pushed out of the comfort zones you once called home. But my child, you are not being rejected, you are being set apart. I am not casting you away. I am repositioning you, removing you from spaces that no longer align with the new anointing that is coming. Those who once walked beside you may no longer continue, not because they are evil, but because they cannot comprehend what is being birthed within you. I know that if you remained with the old, there would be no room for the new. That is why I allow relationships to fracture, opportunities to fade, and dreams to seem shattered, not to take from you, but to clear the ground for something greater. So, my beloved, do not despise the shifting. It is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the divine rearrangement of your life so that my glory can rest upon you without hindrance. You are in the hands of the potter, and every movement, every trial, every silence is shaping you for the masterpiece I have ordained you to become. You will find yourself standing at the crossroads of faith, where everything on the outside seems to be falling apart, yet something profound is being formed within. It is in these moments that you learn lessons that cannot be found in blessings, only in the fire of testing. You learn to hold your peace when there are no answers, because true peace does not come from having everything explained, but from knowing who is in control. You begin to understand that faith is not a feeling, but a decision. You choose peace not because you know what will happen, but because you know who is working in all things. And while the world measures success by results, I, the Lord your God, measure maturity by the level of peace you carry in the midst of the storm. Then you learn to obey even when there is no praise. You do what is right, not because someone is watching, but because you know my eyes are always upon you. There will be times when you must serve in silence, love without being loved in return, and give without recognition. Yet it is in those moments that I am weighing your heart. You will learn that true obedience requires no stage, no applause, and no acknowledgement. It is the overflow of a heart that has chosen to love me, simply because I am who I am, not because of the reward. And finally, you will learn the art of trust when control slips from your hands. You will learn to let go, not out of despair, but out of faith. You will stop trying to understand everything, stop trying to fix every outcome, stop clinging to what has reached its appointed end. You will allow me to lead you through darkness, down paths your reason cannot comprehend. For you will know by then that true trust does not exist when you have all the answers, but when you hold on to only one truth, that I never make mistakes. The trial is the silent classroom where I teach you things no book could ever record. It is the fire that purifies the night of the soul, the place where I turn immaturity into steadfastness, fear into strength, and doubt into unwavering faith. In the season of testing, you are not being abandoned. You are being forged like steel awakened, like a seed buried in the soil, positioned for a new season of glory. One day when you look back, you will understand that the days you thought were the darkest were the very places where my light dwelled the deepest. You will see that what you called failure opened the path to victory, that my silence laid the foundation for my voice, and that it was in loneliness you heard me most clearly. Therefore, my child, do not fear the season of testing. Receive it as a calling of love. Know that if I have allowed you to walk through the fire, then I am standing in the fire with you. No trial occurs outside the supervision of grace. Every tear, every sigh, every moment of waiting, I see them all, I hold them all, and I weave them into the tapestry of the glorious story I am writing through your life. Testing is not the sign of rejection, but the proof of selection. For only those chosen for great purpose are refined by holy fire, and when this season passes, you will emerge not as before, but as pure gold, reflecting my face in every thought, every deed, and every breath. You will understand that every trial carries within it a message. You belong to me, and I am preparing you for something greater than you have ever dreamed. My child, there are seasons when I draw you away from the eyes of the world to heal, to shape, and to mature you in the silence. That is an act of deep love and divine intention. You may think you have been left behind, that others are advancing while your promise has been delayed. But truly, I am hiding you in my hand in the deepest place of protection, where I can work on the inner layers of your soul that were never meant for public view. I hide you not to discard you, but to prepare you, like a seed buried in the soil, not to die, but to be reborn in a new form. The darkness does not kill the seed. It activates the life within it. In the deep, unseen places, I am at work in you. I am peeling away the old layers, the old fears, the false identities you once placed upon yourself. You are not hidden to disappear. You are hidden to rise stronger, truer, and more radiant than ever before. In this season, I am carrying out a work of divine restoration within you. I am healing the old wounds, the memories you have tried to forget yet still bleed when touched. I am quieting the old voices in your mind, the accusations, the shame, the comparisons that once weighed heavily on you. In the silence I lay, my hand upon your soul, wiping away the dust of the past and reminding you that you are not defined by your failures or your successes by others' approval or rejection. You are defined by the words I spoke over you before you were born. I am reestablishing your identity, for you have spent too long trying to please the world, trying to become the version others expected of you. I am reminding you that you are not the product of circumstance, but the masterpiece of grace. You do not need the world's approval to be chosen by me. I am restoring in you the awareness of your true worth, the worth that comes from belonging to me. You will no longer see yourself through the lens of comparison, but through the eyes of your Creator, who sees within you the reflection of eternity. And I am deepening your spiritual foundation within. You once lived in the light of grace, but now I want you to learn to stand firm in the darkness through faith alone. I am teaching you how to be still without fear, how to wait without losing hope, and how to trust even when you do not understand. For only when you are anchored deeply in me can you withstand the winds of glory that are coming. Outer light can only endure when the inner soul is deep enough to sustain it. I hide you not to waste time, but to prepare you for the place I have appointed. If I were to bring you out too soon, you would collapse under the weight of blessing. If I were to open doors before your foundation was ready, grace itself would feel like a burden. That is why I keep you from the eyes of the world, not because you are lacking, but because you are too precious to be exposed before the appointed time. I am shaping within you patience, faithfulness, and the ability to hear my voice clearly amid the noise of 1,000 others. And when this hidden season ends, you will realize it was never delay, but preparation. You will emerge no longer trembling and seeking validation, but walking in authority and peace. You will speak with calmness in your voice, yet power in your spirit. You will not need to prove anything, for my presence within you will be the evidence. Be patient with this season. Do not tear open the soil just to see if the seed has grown. Let me finish my work in you, for only when the hidden season is complete can the revealing season shine in full brilliance. And when I bring you out from obscurity, the world will not just see you, it will see me in you. You will understand that every moment that seemed meaningless was in fact a building block for the glory to come. I have not forgotten you. I have never left you. I have hidden you only to prepare you for what eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, and hearts have not imagined. This will cause your soul to sense a deep stirring in the spirit. It will not be loud or hurried, but gentle and unmistakable, like the first wind brushing through the fields, like the soft breath of heaven touching your soul. You will not be able to explain it logically, but deep within you will know that something is changing. Locked doors will begin to shift. Dreams once buried will stir again. Promises thought forgotten will awaken. It will no longer be a season of silence, but a season of preparation to emerge. Then you will recognize the clearest sign of transition: peace. A deep, steady peace will replace anxiety. You will stop grasping and controlling as you once did. Instead, a holy stillness will rest upon you, as if your soul knows you are exactly where you are meant to be at the right time in the center of my plan. I am clearing the path before you, aligning people, moments, and doors in perfect timing. When this peace fills your spirit, you can be certain the new season has begun and heaven is moving on your behalf. Yet, my child, do not forget the true purpose of your calling. I do not raise you to be seen, praised, or applauded. I raise you to shine. True light does not seek attention, it simply shines and darkness retreats. You are sent not to display yourself, but to serve, not to prove your worth, but to reveal the love and power of the one who redeemed you. I restore through those who have been restored. The wounds you once carried, the tears you once shed, the nights you once endured, all carry within them the seeds of comfort. I have not allowed your pain to be wasted. Every scar is a mark of grace, every trial, a lesson, every lifting, a testimony. Now you are called to lift others through the very things that once broke you. Remember, everything you have endured was preparation. Every wound that once weakened you is now a tool for healing. Every tear that once fell is now the oil of compassion for those still in pain. Every time you thought you were broken, I was placing new strength within you, so that when you speak, your words will carry the authority of one who has walked through fire and yet stands unshaken. I allowed you to feel pain not to make you bitter, but to make you compassionate. You do not need to seek the spotlight, for my light will rest upon you. You do not need to prove your ability, for my presence will work through you. Just keep walking, carrying the flame refined through trials, and let my spirit guide each step. My child, this is the season of holy movement, where testing turns into calling, where pain becomes healing, where you no longer ask, "Why me?" but say, "Use me." For you have been chosen not merely to survive, but to carry my kingdom wherever you go. You are sent in love, bearing the fire of faith, a living sign that your God turns sorrow into purpose, brokenness into glory, and every season of trial into a season of divine commission. First, my child, learn to walk slowly under divine guidance. Do not run ahead of my will. The world will tell you to hurry to seize every opportunity, but I tell you that haste is the enemy of wisdom. Every time you wait in me, you are being positioned more precisely for something greater. Slowness in the spirit is not delay. It is the rhythm of obedience. For in the waiting, I am teaching you how to recognize my voice amid the noise of many others. I am teaching you to discern the difference between what is good and what is right, between opportunity and divine purpose. When you learn to walk slowly, you will begin to hear the heartbeat of heaven and see my hand moving even in what seems random. Believe this to be slow in me is never to lose time. It is how I keep you safe within the path of wisdom, so that when the door opens you may step through in peace and not in fear. Second, keep a humble heart. For even if I lift you high before many, the glory will never belong to you. You are the vessel, but the oil is mine. You are the candle, but the flame is mine. Never forget that it was grace that brought you here, and it is grace that will keep you standing. When you are exalted, bow lower. When you are praised, let thanksgiving rise to me first. For the one who is truly sent measures success not by recognition, but by faithfulness. Third, be faithful in the small things, for that is where great power is born. Do not despise what seems insignificant, the quiet prayer, the hidden act of love, the obedience done in secret. It is within these very things that my Spirit plants the seeds of power. Those who are sent do not seek a stage. They seek my will in every detail. When you are faithful with little, I will entrust you with much, not because you are more deserving, but because you have been trained to carry the weight of grace. My child, the difference between being sent and self-sent is the source of true power. The self-sent will run dry. The sent one will be sustained. The self-sent will lose direction. The sent one will be guided. The self-sent carries ambition. The sent one carries purpose. Therefore, let every step you take be directed by my word, and you will see heaven itself move with you. Then you will no longer merely walk, you will go forth, as one commissioned by the kingdom of heaven. Beloved child, this is the season when what was sown in tears will bloom in joy. This is the time when the promises you have held in faith through the long night will become visible. No longer distant echoes, but realities taking shape before your eyes. For I who began the good work in you will bring it to completion in the fullness of time. What I have spoken, I will accomplish. Not one word from my mouth will fall to the ground in vain. You may have waited long, you may have asked, "When, Lord?" but my timing is always perfect, not early, not late, but right on time. Just as the sun never rises too late, so my grace never arrives out of season. In this season of fulfillment, I invite you to partner with me. You are not merely a recipient of blessing, you are called to become a carrier of it to your generation. I have not only given you life, I have entrusted you with a mission. Every yes you speak in faith, no matter how small, resounds into eternity. When you obey, all of heaven moves. When you walk in the light, others find their way. You are a continuation of a divine story, a living thread woven into the sacred tapestry of those who came before you, those who carried the flame and passed it on, and now you are the torch lit by the fire of refining. Not a fragile flame, but one ignited by my spirit, burning with faith, with love, and with steadfastness. You have walked through the night, and that very night has made your light shine brighter. You have been broken, and through that breaking you have become more flexible in my hands. You are a witness of grace, a bearer of light in a generation overshadowed by darkness. You are part of the holy story I have written since before time began, the story of souls who stand firm in trial and return all glory to me. Now, my beloved child, hear this divine declaration. You are not delayed. You are being prepared. You are not forgotten. You have been hidden for a time. Now I send you forth, for the new season has come. This is not merely a promise, it is a heavenly proclamation. All that was held back will now accelerate. Every buried dream will rise again. Every wound that once silenced you will become a song of triumph. Step forward in faith, gratitude, and surrender. Do not look back on the old season with regret, for its purpose is complete. Do not fear the new season for its unfamiliarity, for I am already there. Walk with the feet of faith and the eyes of hope. Believe that every trial that came your way was never meant to destroy you, but to prepare you for glory. This is the moment to live as one who is sent. Do not shrink back for fear of pain. Do not hide your light for fear of rejection. You were created to shine, to spread, to carry on the holy story within this generation, a generation where truth has been twisted, where love needs to be revived, and where grace must take form again through you. Go forth, my beloved child. Let me walk with you. Let the wind of the Holy Spirit carry you to the right place at the right time and into the purpose I have prepared. And when you look back, you will see that every trial, every tear, every long night was but a tunnel leading you to the dawn of fulfillment. For the new season has come, and my light is rising within you. May the Word of God continually remind you to live each day in faith and in the love of the Lord. Click follow and turn on the notification bell so you will not miss the sacred and meaningful messages that God desires to speak into your heart. May the Lord bless you abundantly. Amen.